Hey guys, welcome to Glow in the Dark Tarot. This is going to be your collective reading, a collective reading for Scorpio season for the collective. So, a couple things here. I'm going to start shuffling the cards while I'm filming. Usually, I've done that with a few videos already, but usually I'll do like a pre-shuffle, or I already have like your main spread put out, and your clarifying spread and your oracle cards put out and everything. But I've found that I like doing it this way. I think that it calls for a lot more transparency, so then that way you can see what's going on from beginning to end. Okay, so the first card that we have here is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So we're in Scorpio season. We have Mercury retrograde going on, or that starts on Halloween on the 31st. A lot of cards flipped out. And we are in the pre-shadow phase right now. So I definitely think so far for a lot of signs. I'm getting stillness, but I'm only thinking about stillness in the sense that things are going to be moving. So a lot of signs are going to be going through a lot of changes, a lot of transformations. Gemini is one of those signs that's going to be going through a transformation. Aquarius. We are in transformation phase right now. We are in Scorpio season. So I do think that a lot of things will be moving for you. I do think that some things that perhaps were stuck for a while will get unstuck. If you feel like you have been stuck, maybe you won't be stuck for too much longer. Let's see what we have here for the collective, October 2019, Scorpio season. What do we have for the collective, October 2019, Scorpio season? I originally done this reading already, but then I'm always complaining about my camera. My camera cut out and everything, and it was really late, and my energy wasn't where I wanted it to be, so I had to get up and I had to get ready for the next morning because I had to go to work. So I said I would do it when I felt like my time was a little bit more free. Let's go. What do we have for the collective? October 2019, Scorpio season. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. So the second card here to pop out is the Seven of Wands. I definitely think that, in this pre-shadow phase, I don't want to say everyone's on edge, but it's the end of the year. And it's been a tough year for some signs. For some signs, they have been going through these many transformations, these many deaths for quite some time, for most of the year. So I do think for some signs, there has been that energy of biting your tongue, or biding your time, or there's just going to be some frustration towards the end of this month, and the deeper that we get into Scorpio season, and the deeper that we get into the Mercury retrograde, there's going to be some frustration. And I think that this frustration is, I'm feeling that it's going to be more directed towards others. Maybe certain individuals who, or groups, or things that they're not doing what we want them to do. Mercury retrograde is the time where computers mess up and technology messes up and accidents are more likely to happen. Car accidents are more likely to happen. People are coming back into your life. So I don't think that this particular Mercury retrograde will bring about fighting. I mean, there definitely is that possibility. But I do think that there will at least be some type of combatant energy as it relates to the Mercury retrograde because of the Mercury retrograde and because of Scorpio season. For some of you, this will be the season to tie up loose ends. For some of you, this will be the season of harsh truths or truths coming out. Whether this has to do with yourself or someone else. You know, with this Mercury retrograde coming up and us being in the pre-shadow phase, I do think that there is this feeling that we want to create with things that possibly aren't things that we can create with the Empress in the reverse. We want to manifest with things that I don't think that we can manifest with the Magician in the reverse. And I think that will lead to some disappointment with the Five of Cups. There will be some feelings of loss. There will be some disappointment. There will be some uncertainty. There will be that feeling of not feeling as though you can fully walk away from something. I do think that the transformation and the changes that a lot of us are going to be asked to make will be scary. And it will put us in a situation where it will be hard for us to walk away because we're going to be in this state of uncertainty. The Two of Wands in the reverse is my uncertainty card. But it is also, depending on how you look at it, an opportunity for new beginnings. I feel as though there will be a part of us that will feel a little bit doubtful of ourselves, of whether or not we will be able to manifest or what we can manifest. We might not be in the mood to manifest. For some signs, it may not be recommended that we try to manifest or create new things right now. Some signs might have to sit down and chill. Yeah. And I think there is such an angst here. Yeah. There is such an angst to us right now. It's an angst that works in Aries season. It's an angst that works maybe in Gemini season. It's an angst that works in Leo season, but it's not an angst that works in Scorpio season with a Mercury retrograde on the horizon. And that could put us in a situation with this Emperor in the reverse where we really do try to control shit. We really might have that urge to control shit. What I'm going to say is that the best way to get through this Mercury retrograde, the best way to get through Scorpio season is to allow the changes to happen, allow the changes to change you, allow the transformation to take place within you, and to not fight anything. To just go with the flow. To not try to control anything that does not make sense for you to control. A lot of cards flipped out. If you do that, you're going to have an even harder time moving away. That ending, that new cycle, that transformation, that new start that is just waiting to happen is going to be all the more painful. And then you really will be put in a place where maybe it will be hard for you to move on. It will be hard for you to manifest. And you will be frustrated for an entirely different reason. But the endings are going to happen. The disappointments are going to happen. The uncertainty is going to happen. The wanting to argue is there. It's so funny to me that these two cards are next to each other. Not wanting to be stuck. The wanting to argue. The wanting to get an answer. The wanting to know. The wanting to reconcile. The wanting to get past a stubborn energy is there. The inability to walk away. The fear of uncertainty. The disappointment and the frustration with not being able to manifest something that you want to manifest. It's like, are you focusing on the right thing right now? Those endings will happen. Whether you want them to or not. What you need to do is rest. You're going to get to that state of rest whether you like it or not. Whether you want to or not. Because there is an imbalance here with this temperance in the reverse. There is an imbalance here. And at the end of all of this, at the end of all this angst, at the end of all this uncertainty, at the end of all this disappointment, at the end of all this wanting to make something happen, at the end of all of this inability to walk away and move on, at the end of this painful ending, at the end of this possibility of ego rearing its nasty head from you or others, there is justice, there is karma. This is a very sensitive time. This is a very sensitive time for you to not buck the process. This is the end of the year. This is the 10th month. The number of completions is 10. Scorpio is about transformation, change. The Death card is the Scorpio card. This is the end of the year. This is the time of the year where everything that you have done so far is being weighted and evaluated by the universe. If you haven't done this for yourself at this point, the universe is here to do it for you in Scorpio season and during the Mercury retrograde. You just have to be careful that you don't try to handle things by yourself. That you don't think that you understand how things should be done. Oftentimes when we think that way, we are wrong. The universe has a better answer, a better solution. As I shuffle these cards so we can look at the bottom of the deck, I'm hoping that my video doesn't cut out and I can give you guys a full video. Eight of Wands in the reverse, I wanted to show itself twice. Let's see what we get here. Ace of Wands in the reverse, I wanted to show itself. For some of you signs, this is not the time for you to try to create something new. Some of you signs, this is the time for you to sit down. Geminis, I kind of feel like it's up to us this time. We're either going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to keep moving forward, or I'm going to just chill. Other signs, I don't think you have that luxury this time around. Alright, let's see what we have here at the bottom of the deck, the main deck, then we're going to start clarifying this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in to Glow in the Dark Tarot. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to those who leave comments. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the time that you guys take out to watch my humble little videos, and I hope that I'm doing a service to you, because that is the reason why I do it. It is for you guys, and I enjoy it. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands in the reverse. Top of the deck, Five of Swords. So, like I said, you know, whether you want to or not, the universe is going to make some decisions for you. You're either going to be faced with a situation where you have to drop something, or you're just going to up and decide to drop it anyway. So,